We'll talk about tips to get out of middle class trap. And before I talk about all of this, let me tell you, I, Raghu Konamala, also belongs to middle class. And I am spending my time on a day-to-day basis to understand money concepts. I'm spending my time on day-to-day basis to learn about finance. And let me also tell you, I am not just learning, I am also trying to implement. Alright? And very important pointer that I wanted to tell you all of you is whatever that I'm learning, whatever the content that I'm posting on YouTube, out of all the subscribers, out of all the viewers or the views that I'm getting, at least one person makes a difference in their life, I'm sure I will be the most happiest person, and I'm posting all of this content with that intention. Alright, without further ado, let's talk about the tips to get out of middle class trap. And before we talk about all the tips and techniques, let me tell you what is middle class as per my understanding. And when it comes to middle class, or someone who thinks two times, three times, multiple times before they make any purchase, before they make any buying decision. In case if they have to buy a refrigerator, fridge, they will think 4 or 5 times. In case if they are thinking of buying a telephone, phone, they will spend time in understanding whether it is required or not. They will think n number of times. Before buying their favorite shirt, branded clothes, they will spend a lot of time thinking whether to buy or not. And as per my understanding, all of this class is middle class. And also, in case if I am buying a phone, we will choose EMI as an option. In case if we are buying car, we will choose EMI as an option. In case if we are buying anything, we will choose EMI as an option. And EMI also has M in it, and that M talks about middle class. EMI is looting your money and EMI is making banks the richer. Remember that. Right? Now, quickly talk about the techniques and tips in order to get out of this middle class trap. And the first tip is outsourcing. Right? When it comes to rich, do you think rich works 24/7? Do you think rich works Monday to Sunday? The answer is no. And do you think rich takes breaks? Do you think rich travels? Yes, the answer is yes. But when it comes to middle class, we work 24/7. In case if we have weekly offs, what do? We spend our time with family engagements and all of that. We got no time to outsource our money. But what does rich do? Rich will make their money work for themselves. Even if they are sleeping, money will come to you. Even if they are on a vacation, even if they go on a tour trip, they are making money. But when it comes to middle class, you are making money only when you work. If you take a leave, you will get a loss of pay. Do you think your money is working for you? No. But in order to get out of middle class trap, you have to outsource your money. Let your money work for you. And now, you might be thinking, how do I make money work for me? We will talk about all of that in the coming videos. I'm not going to leave this money topic like I promised. I'm sure in the coming videos, we'll talk about ways to make money and all of that. Okay? Now, let's quickly talk about the second technique. And it's all about spending. Now, guys, let me tell you, I am not against spending. I know I always talk about money. People are like, conjuice. No, right? Spending, I'm okay, you spending, but where you are spending is what matters. Let me tell you, my friend brought a Brezza car. One of my friends, Sai, also has a Brezza car. Just because he has it, now I am not going and buying it. Just because my friend has 30 shirts, I am not going and buying 30 shirts. Just because my another friend has bought a pair of shoes for 80,000, do you think I'm going to buy all of that? The answer is no. Where I spend my money also matters in order to get out of this middle class trap. And I also want you to spend some of your money on basic instruments. When I say basic, first of all, have some insurances. Even if you're not enjoying the benefits, your future generations will enjoy it. And there are a lot of other spending options. I mean, when I say spending options, I want all of you to spend your money wisely. We'll talk about all of that in one of the upcoming videos. Alright, let's quickly jump on to the mindset. When it comes to mindset, I mean, I can't stop laughing, but just because my friend is poor, I will also be poor. No, do you think that makes sense? Jokes apart, it will not. While I'm in my engineering days, I read a book called Rich Dad and Poor Dad. And most of the middle class people, they will have poor dad mentality. They will, as soon as they get salary, they will spend. As soon as they get salary, they will pay taxes. As soon as they get salary, they will spend on school fees, school uniforms, maybe in order to look after घर का खर्चा and all of that. But what do rich dad does? Rich dad always finds a way to invest. I'm talking about invest a lot. I am sure in the future videos I will talk a lot about investing related concepts. Mindset. My neighbor got a car. As my neighbor has got a good match, I will curse. I feel bad. No, our mindset has to change. Just because somebody else's son is going abroad, that doesn't mean you have to send your son to abroad. You can also find ways. India also has got no lesser institutes. We got IITs, we have IIMs. Okay, so you don't have to spend all of your money just to send your son abroad. It's okay. India is also making differences. Yes or no? R is doing all of that. So we Indians can also make difference. Now let's quickly talk about the last topic. I am sure I'll receive a lot of heat. Marriage. You know what? I also experienced it. We make all the money for almost 10-20 years just to spend on something called marriage. I'm sure I'll also get married in the future, jokes apart. But dowry is also playing a lot of role in the money concepts. We are spending on an average 20-30 lakhs on one event, right? But we take years in making that money, but we are spending on one day. And just because your neighbor did a marriage in a convention, just because your another neighbor, maybe neighbor left, did a marriage like no other, you don't have to do all of that. Be wise enough. Those generations have gone. So mindset also comes into picture here. Let's not waste all of that money there. Instead, find an investment scheme, or at least if you invest that money in your FD, when I say FD, fixed deposit, you will make at least 5,000, 6,000 every month. And that 5,000, 6,000, you can use that for your fuel prices, you can use that for your clothes, you can also use that money for your घर का खर्चा and all of that. Right? With that, we have come to the end of the video. I am sure these are the ways that I am finding to come out of middle class trap. I am sure these techniques will also help you out. That's about it. That's all. Raghu Konamulla here. In case if you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe.